Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Source Gaming. It's not a GMSG episode, but the sentiment is here all the same. Morning. And a very good job to those of you that imagined to wake up for this Pokemon Presents. As for myself, I knew that I had a very strong predicament of whether to even stay whether to sorry if you guys heard that, of whether to stay up or if I should go to sleep. And what I ended up doing was going to bed at 5 a.m., setting 3 alarms for 7:30 to 8 o'clock, and actually successfully waking up this time. So I just want to give myself a round of applause for that one. And to any of you that like to stay up all night, a round of applause for yourselves for being up as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Phantom Z2, one of the team leads of Source Gaming. I am the I guess I've never said this on stream before. So as some time has passed, I am now one of the stream leads and also one of the video leads of the Source Gaming team. I am no longer just an editor and a video editor and writer. I also help with graphics as well. So that the thumbnail that we made, which I'll actually show on stream because I'm actually quite proud of that. I think it looks pretty dope. Let me get that for you real quick. Just add this in here. Let me find the thumbnail. Yeah, here we go. This right here. The thumbnail I said I made. So yeah, I think it's very much likely that we will see something Pokemon Black and White related. It is now 13 years since Pokemon Black and White originally released back in 2011 for us. I believe it would have been 2010 in Japan. Because we were still doing non-worldwide releases at that point. But yeah, we're basically I'm basically of the mindset that a Pokemon Black and White remake or at least Legends title, which I would really hope for Legends title of some sort, is what gets announced. There's a variety of things that they could announce as well that is not Pokemon Black and White, such as maybe a new Pokken. I don't well, those are like spin-off games, but in a sense, I mean that they could announce many other games or titles or even updates that have nothing to do with a mainline series. I definitely think there is going to be a mainline title announced here, as we're now completely done with um, Scarlet and Violet, which if you're not aware, I am currently working on the review of that one in the sense of the video just needs to be finished editing, and you will be able to listen to my full thoughts, watch my full thoughts on what I originally thought of the game, what I now think. Well, what I now think, my review of the DLC for both the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc, and then a re-review where I look back at Pokemon Violet in full scope and give my thoughts of whether it is a worthwhile title. And I will say, if you haven't picked up Pokemon Violet at this point, it does have some issues, but at the same time, there is a lot of passion within that title. Depending on who you are, you may see that you may not see that, you may value one over the other. I still think that despite those issues, Pokemon Violet's story is one that any Pokemon fan should really get into. If we do have Black and White titles coming, then that will hopefully give people the chance to experience the writing that was within Black and White. Because as for myself, I really love the focus on the theme of truth and ideals. And while it might not be, as big a stellar writing to other people, for me, it really hit personally as a child. When I was a child when the game released, because I was 12 when that game released, and I am now 24, about to become 25. So yeah. How are you guys doing in the chat so far? I see that we got Nanton here saying, I hope they confirm the Pokemon are real. Now, God, I wish. Huff, what if they reveal Pokemon 2 and it's just Pikachu with a gun? We can't talk about that, the game that shall not be named. I think they'll announce the first real Pokemon today from Collins. So I was, of course, as a child, I used to think one day they will have Pokemon that are real. There will be that day. And Pokemon Go got quite close in basically being that. But now I think we need to take it a step further. Oh, actually, remember that one Pokemon Presents where Tsunekazu Ishihara just had like a lifelike Pikachu plushie behind him that was moving? That was really weird. I don't know what was up with that. But like that didn't even lead to anything either. There was no plushie announcement or anything within that presentation either. It was just there. It was so strange. So I wonder if anything led to that, or maybe that was a sign of things to come. Maybe. I personally hope a new PMD is not, but I think it's likely. But I don't think it's likely, especially since a new Shiren game has come out. Yeah, that is true. So if you don't know, Spike Chunsoft is the developers of the Mystery Dungeon series, and that is not just for Pokemon. That is for the Mystery Dungeon franchise. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is not the only Pokemon. It's not the only Mystery Dungeon title. There's Chocobo Mystery Dungeon. I believe. I want to say that there was a Dragon Quest one, but I'm probably very much wrong. But Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, and also Shiren. Shiren the Wanderer is a series that is basically kind of like, I believe, the origin of the Mystery Dungeon gameplay format. So whenever it is the case that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is made, it's Spike Chunsoft that is doing it. I believe that was also the case with the remake. And as they just are releasing a new title, it seems unlikely that a new Mystery Dungeon game will come. The last time a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game was announced, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game announced, Shiren the Wanderer also got a remake of, I believe it was its fourth title, which kind of is a different situation where, if you already have a game made. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even a remake. It was already ported to Vita before, I believe, and then got a further port to Switch. just major platforms in general. So with that kind of context, it's kind of like, hey, there was a time where a mystery dungeon game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon came out, and also a Sheeran game, but because that Sheeran game was kind of already mostly done, they have to do the porting work for that. It's kind of not the same situation. So we may be in a situation where a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game likely won't. The first Mystery Dungeon game was a Dragon Quest, but oh, I did not know that. At least I was on the right nose of there's a Mystery Dungeon Dragon Quest. I did not know that the first one was a Dragon Quest. That's interesting. So I wonder if that was the case, how did it end up going to? Or do you mean Mystery Dungeon by title? Because I thought Sheeran came first, but if the Mystery Dungeon, like even gameplay style title, was a Dragon Quest title in general, I wonder how it ended up leading to Spike stuff owning it, or a bit, I guess, being, if not owning it, being like the sole gameplay directors, or I remember gameplay developers for it. It was the fifth mainline Sheeran game. Oh, thank you for correcting. I'm not a Sheeran fan, so I unfortunately I will make plenty of mistakes when it comes to talking about it. All right, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left until today's Pokemon Presents. I see that some are being cut off. I can try to fix that real quickly. That's what I would try not mess with things too much, so that way we're not distracting. Okay. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have to be in that situation where it kind of gets cut off. I'll have to fix that for next time around. But my laptop, I do not believe this was the case. So yes, I changed something on my laptop where I fixed the issue, and I guess forgot to fix the issue. I fixed the issue that was present on my desktop. Also, expect that once the presentation is over, we will probably be looking back at that trailer and doing a bit of analyzation for about 20 minutes. We usually tend to go on for about 40. It really depends on how long about that ends up being for what ends up being announced as well. Of my wants for this presentation, the main thing that I would like to state is that I am very nervous. One of the details that seems to have come out is that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was developed in a sense kind of last minute, with the fact that they did not believe that Legends Arceus would be able to make it in time for a holiday release. So they had Ilka develop PDS, which, if they are aware of how long that game, a Legends title would need development, or things having already created a Legends title, that development information and knowledge will help them with developing the game faster this time around. Or not just faster, but without less. A fast development isn't necessarily good development, but a better development situation for them. If that is able to be the case, then perhaps that we will get a Legends title, or whatever it ends up being. If the Legend titles were to hit this year, then we may not get Black and White remake. But who knows? Because since both sold well enough, I mean, like, I think both sold 13 to 14 million, then both can still happen. However, I would prefer a Legends title over a like true to form remake. I already have Black and White still for DS. I still also have Black 2 and White 2 also for DS. And that also is another thing. The fact that Black 2 and White 2 exist, those aren't third generations. Those are like full on sequels. Unless they plan to double bundle it as in a remake, I can't imagine them. A remake of just Black and White kind of feels like you're leaving out something else that is also very important to Unova's to everything that Unova was about, which is why I think a Legends title will probably be way more fitting. But at the same time, newer fans won't be able to experience Black and White if you don't do a remake. It is a very tricky situation. to kind of be in, to kind of think of as a fan. So I am very curious to see what they do, but at the same time, I'm also very nervous of what they will do, because it can be something that is that I may not necessarily prefer. Aside from that, though, I would love to see Pokken 2. I would really like to see a Pokken 2. That's probably not gonna happen. I'd love to see a Pokemon Conquest remake. Probably not gonna happen. Pokemon Dash Turbo, baby. That'd be pretty funny. But any type of new game announcement is one that I'm interested in for it, whether it be spin-off and mainline or just mainline. And if it's just mainline, then of course I will definitely seek to cover it in the future, in terms of any type of like analysis articles, or with a potential review, likely a review, if we were to request a review copy from Nintendo. If that is that goes well. That is loud. Wow. All right. We are now. I'm so sorry if that blew out your guys' ears. Sorry about that as well. So let me know let me know how the audio sounds, if you can hear my voice over the presentation, and if you also can still hear the presentation. I want it to be the case that you can hear my voice and how I'm reacting, but also the stream of what we're watching as well. That this is also very important. It's basically like news coverage, so gotta make sure that the people watching can actually get the news. All right, 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Pokemon Day! Alright, let's turn it back up some. Oh, unknown this time. Oh! Generation 2? Pokemon, oh, that's the Pokemon Presents. That showcasing unknown immediately makes me think of.
Hello everyone.
Generation 2
I'm
stuff.
Ishihara
Okay.
From the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day.
Yep. Yes,
This
indeed.
is the date that the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan. Our adventures with Pokemon, which started with the simple fun of
Oh, we got different camera
collecting
angles this time
and
around. That's
battling for the Pokemon
that's
Red
presentation
and Pokemon
upgrade.
Green games, have expanded to fit into so many facets of daily life, including walking and sleeping. We'll keep challenging ourselves to create
Oh yeah,
new ways
probably
to
Pokemon
enjoy
Sleep
Pokemon,
Update is gonna be
and
here.
we hope you'll continue your adventures with us. Today, we will be bringing you all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya?
Okay, so they already confirmed that there will be new titles.
Hello, I'm
That and
Utsunomiya
that's
from the
plural.
Pokemon Company. I
So-
hope everyone has enjoyed their adventures in the
Very
Pokemon
interesting.
Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games so far. To
Oh.
commemorate Pokemon Day, we've planned a series
Oh,
of
okay. I thought. Oh wait, we're getting
Terra-rated
right into like the mainline
battles
titles.
to face off
Okay,
against a
but that's interesting.
Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. The first of these Terra Raid battle events will begin tomorrow. We hope
Very
you all
interesting.
enjoy these raids.
Immediately jumping right into the
Today,
Scarlet and Violet stuff.
I'd also like to share the latest updates on a number of our other games.
Okay. Oh, so we're about to go
Let's
into
have a
the
look
other
at
games first. We'll probably Unite, Sleep, Cafe Mix, of course, a Masters EX. How did we go? Okay. Thanks.
Collaboration
Oh,
event with Pokemon Go is on its way.
that dope. So what, you get the clothes of the main characters? Doing a crossover to of course highlight the new
Pikachu's
anime
wearing Cap's
coming.
hat is making its
Pikachu
debut.
wearing.
It even knows an attack new to Pokemon Go, Volt
Could have
Tackle.
called it like Captain Hat Pikachu or something. Like I like to call it like the Ash Hat Pikachu.
Charcadet, Armor Rouge, and Cerulege
Oh,
are
okay,
coming
nice.
too. And Liko and Roy will be dropping in when you snap a pic and go snapshot. So set
Oh,
out on
so-
an adventure
okay.
with your new friends.
So it's more like just the Pikachu is the big part of it. Interesting. Okay, then that's really quick. March 7th on Netflix. I wonder if I'm not sure if I'll check it out. I will have to check out the Pokemon Concierge after they did announce new episodes about a week ago. Yeet. Was that Entei? I mean, oh my bad, Raikou. My mind just messed that up real quickly. Go to sleep and catch some legendary Pokemon. Wow, that is a nice 3D model art style. Raikou is coming. Oh, as well as into this weekend. Okay. Oh, so. I am very. Because that's another Generation 2 thing right there. The Unknown and the Anti Masters DX. Okay.
Now, I never give up.
I actually have. I tried Pokemon.
We're the greatest in the
Oh.
world. You're the greatest and strongest partner I could ask.
Silver. Okay. Are we getting Generation 2 remixed? What is happening with the amount of Generation 2 love? Oh. Cafe remix? Okay. I'm now more nervous than ever. Okay, cafe mix. Oh, nice. Very cute. Give me gold coins. I still haven't tried out this game. I downloaded it and then I never even give it the chance. I kind of forgot that it was there. Playing so many other things. All right, they're really blowing through this stuff. Not really talking about any of it, which is good. I don't necessarily need them to talk about it. It speaks for itself. Koraidon. Yeah, they showed this. They showed this on social media as well. They kind of just spoiled the announcement, so there wasn't really a point. Phalanx. Oh, I didn't know about Phalanx though. What is there? Ooh, it was a Ceruledge. We can okay. I haven't played Unite in a while. I like playing it with friends, but I always feel like it goes immediately, oh, you won one, okay, you lose one, okay, you won one, you lose one. And I guess once you notice it, it kind of gets very boring real quick. Alright, that's old music. Okay, just like a little transition.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Okay. New game? TCG? Back? If I remember correctly, they successfully launched the Pokemon TCG app, so for like the refresh of the whole TCG online thing. So is this will this also be connected to that? I guess a digital version of the TCG, and then you play it, unless they're rebranding it. This is a little confusing. It's dope though. I'm cool. Of course I'm cool with it. I actually do like the TCG, but it's a little confusing on what is intended to be it. It can seem like it's just okay. No, you have quick battles with it's essentially like Yu-Gi-Oh. What was it called? Yu-Gi-Oh. Duel Links. It's I guess to get more people in with a smaller version of the TCG. Oh. That is sick. That's actually really cool. I hope it's not NFTs. Gosh. I would prefer it's just Pokemon TCG. Because if NFTs, it would be like, oh, make your... I guess but NFTs don't always necessarily have a monetary aspect of it, in terms of you making money. Open 2 packs per day at no cost. Okay. That seems pretty fine, honestly. That just seems really
What you
cool.
saw was the world's first look at Pokemon trading card game Pocket. This game lets you easily collect Pokemon cards, which players all over the world have enjoyed since they debuted
Yeah, also,
in
if
1996.
the difference
but
between
in a digital
Pokemon,
format.
yeah, it's like in Pokemon TCG Online, you need to be buying cards. So for this, you would just need to, like, if you can open 2 packs a day, you could build up something pretty quickly. It might even like give you even bonus ones once it launches.
Mr. Yuji Kitano, President and CEO of Creatures. Mr. Kitano, take it away.
I don't think it's very often that somebody from Creatures
Hello,
talks.
everyone. I'm
That's
Yuji
cool.
Kitano from Creatures Inc.
If you don't know, they do
I'd
handle the
like to start by
TCG.
thanking everyone
I believe
for
just
enjoying
the design and
Pokemon
printing.
trading card game. With Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, we hope to bring you all a
When I say design, I mean
new
designing of the
Pokemon
game
trading
as
card
well,
game.
not
So
just
we are
designing of the
hard at work
cards.
developing digital cards. When we develop physical cards, we strive to please by taking great care with our paper quality, colors, and printing process.
I am so happy that they're actually showing some glimpses into this. There's a video about this already, like on YouTube, where somebody did a tour, but highlighting the TCG more in the Presents is really cool. That's a part of Pokemon that I really enjoy, and if I don't play it too often as much anymore, so buy the cards.
One way we're accomplishing this is with immersive cards, which give players the experience of leaping into the world of the card illustration.
Yeah, the illustrations of cards tend to be so awesome.
Game rules based on our existing battle system, so you can enjoy a quick battle during the free moments in your day.
That's pretty smart. I actually, this is an announcement that I actually really vibe
Our
with.
3 companies are all working hard to deliver a fun experience for those of you who already enjoy the Pokemon trading card game, as well as those who've never played before.
Well, my best friend was tried it the other, like 2 weeks ago, when I bought a pack of cards and got the Go card. She wanted to try it, so I was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. And now she's slowly getting into the Pokemon TCG. So this will be pretty good for other people that are in the same situation where it's just, oh, I want to try it.
Please look forward to more details in the future.
I do hope it comes out 2024 though.
Just one more thing. We'd like to end today's presentation with one final video for you all.
Oh,
Thank you for tuning in.
okay. This is the final thing. So at this point, I am expecting Generation 2. Because, yeah, they have... See you. Wait, did I say... Wait. I'm sorry, wait, what? Did I completely misread that? I thought I said see you for a second. Yeah, so Generation 2 instead of black and white. Okay. Assumedly. Yeah, okay, so there's a Game Freak title. Legends? Urban Development Plan. Origin of beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon. Oh, that's Gen 6 Pokemon are there. Wait, that's Lumio City though. What? Are they skipping Generation 5? I am so confused. Why? Urban Renewal of Lumio City. This game is not coming out this year then. Pokemon Legends. It is a Legends title. Z minus. Z minus Delta? Z Delta? 2025. Wow, okay. They're just doing Legends. Let's go! Oh my gosh, Mega Evolution's coming back. Oh my gosh, that's probably the best part of that announcement as well. Oh my gosh. I'm so confused. They're skipping Gen 5 and they're no. Oh god. So they're finally doing Generation Z. I mean Pokemon Z through Legends, which I'm absolutely down for a new Legends title. That's what I wanted out of anything. But several things from that announcement is that we know that it's 2025. It's only one game this time around, which is dope. That means that they're not shooting for a holiday release. They're actually allowing it to be, hey, next year. And it might not even be next year, early next year. I mean, let's say it just said simultaneously worldwide, right? Yeah, it didn't even say here it's going to be early 2025. No, they just said it's 2025, which means that that still could give them a lot of time to just work on it for a next year holiday 2025 release. That's probably the best news that to come out of that, outside of that thing yet existing in itself. We're getting Z. I genuinely can't tell what that title is supposed to be. Let's check Pokemon Twitter real quick, see if they have anything on the announcement to see what the actual name of the title is. Not yet. Okay. Let's just look through that again. Oh my gosh. So they're highlighting particularly Lumio City because Lumio City is like the main focus of it is the central point within Pokemon X and Y, of course. Is where you kind of have essentially everything. You have your big city, you have a gym there, you have this kind of where you also meet, I think is the first place where you meet Lysander, who is the main villain of X and Y. But the thing here is also that the scale of this seems to be potentially very big, of course, and also with the way that they're presenting it, is that a new Furfurl design? I don't. Hold on. Let me see. Is that a new Furfurl? Specifically going on because I don't want anyone of my personal information showing up. Oh, my ad blocker. So that's that's matron trim. Okay, that's a matron trim Furfurl. That looks very close. Yeah, that's matron trim. Okay. I can't tell if what they're intending to imply that no, these just must be other trainers, like just NPC trainers, not like multiple different players. I don't think that's being implied. They call it a redevelopment plan. What is this? That's our Raptor or Talon? Oh, there's 5 central points now. Other central points other than the tower itself. Was that always? I don't think that was always the case. Because to my memory, it would be the case that you walk in, kind of you have a fade in transition, and then, or else I'm just heavily misremembering. But no, that was the case before as well. So you have right here. So his map real quick. You have the different plazas. I forgot about the plazas. However, they are of course like are standard. I forgot because you're able to intertwine. Not my bad. You're able to go kind of to the other strips within Lumio City via the plazas. That's right. It's not just you go in and out. No, you can like web. You can web through it basically. The shape of them makes me think that they're expanding them a little bit. Well, I mean, not just a little bit, of course. There's probably expanding them very much, of course. It's like a general utility of them. And what they will probably look, of course, to look way different than they did in on our 3DS game. But the detail that they added within them, it kind of makes it look like at least these two over here, the two on the right, which would be the Jean Plaza and the Vert Plaza. They would have like a facility there potentially, whereas the Magenta Plaza, which is close to a Pokemon Center, looks like it could potentially be like a battle area, given the fact that Pokemon battles are also done on Pokemon battle stadiums usually have a Pokeball in the middle, but this one is just a big Pokeball. You have both people on both sides, like they do in the anime. I believe specifically in the Destiny Deoxys movie, that's how the stadium is. Yeah, but this is like the future, which the presentation was very futuristic, which is very interesting because one of the captivating aspects of Pokemon X and Y is some of the lore and backstory that they present with the war that happened 3,000 years in the past. So to be placed in the future instead is very interesting because that would also be that would make some sort of sense with the kind of idea that Lysander has. What Lysander is looking to do is progress things forward to make a more beautiful city. Well, to make a more beautiful world. If you're going to the technology that would be needed for something like that would of course be like futuristic technology. If you're trying to make the world better than at a point where it's already at. Of course, there's a Lysander we're talking about, so try to take that by destroying it as well. At the same time, though, because it says redevelopment plan, so urban redevelopment, which means that Lumio City already existed, and so it can't. One of the things that I was gonna say is, this is the past of we're in the past, but we're redeveloping, or whoever it is redeveloping Lumio City to be better than to basically make Lumio City. But because you have the word redevelopment, that means that you're not making Lumio City. You're now we already had at least existing Lumio City. Beautiful. They really threw us for a loop with all the Generation 2 love that they were giving, because I truly thought that was the direction that they were going. But the fact that we're going just solo Legends title is amazing, and that also just shows that they're continuing to like expand and grow by using this as a place to build upon new ideas or a foundation or anything. Because we're not having two. I think that is important to not have two at the same time, because having one means that more attention can go to it. And if you're having people just playing one new title, you don't have to worry about, I want this thing to be incorporated within the next Pokemon title. You're just focusing on what they enjoy or what they didn't enjoy in Pokemon Legends, and this Pokemon Legends title, which is intended to then influence the rest of the mainline titles that were more about like the multiplayer aspect included as well. Um, oh, that's I didn't even think about that for a second too. Legends Arceus, of course, was set in the past, so it was a time period where Pokemon and human and Pokemon did not live together. Now we are talking about a world where the next Legends title is a world where they do coexist. And given that is the case, Pokemon battling should be something that is already normalized. So if that's the case, like we see within this trailer, like right here, with this whole sequence, Veggie Slash and Sylveon fighting, will battles between players online and as such also be incorporated? And if that is the case, now we may get that multiplayer aspect within Legends Arceus. I can't see a reason why they would choose to omit it, given that not only will this be the only new current title, this will be the current title. As for how long, of course, we're not sure. Because Legends Arceus did not really get any DLC. It got a update afterwards for massive outbreaks. But other than that, it did not receive any it didn't receive any major post game DLC or content. Post release content. My bad. Let me see, post release content for this game. I don't know if that will also be the case, and if that were to be the case, that means that this game will not stick around. Essentially, if the case that the title does not receive any post-launch DLC, it may be the case that they'll still stick with Scarlet and Violet as the competitive titles, where this may have multiplayer, but it might not be a competitive game. I think I would prefer that as well, to just be able to play with my friends, but not necessarily worrying about the competitive, how it is intended to fit within a competitive aspect or environment of the current Pokemon meta or whatever. Wow. So I want to run through it one more time. See which Pokemon are featured in the trailer. We saw a lot of Genesis, but I don't see if there's any hints of any new Pokemon. Yeah, Pikachu. That logo. Have we seen that logo before? That logo. Let me check something. Does Life Center have a company? Your labs. Let me see. Pokemon X. Oh, what's the Silphco? I don't know if Silphco has a logo. I'm not even sure what to look up. Of course, we can't read that. I'd have to do like a reverse image search of the of this. Um, I'm not able to find what company that is. But does it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess the analysis it does, but yeah. So I feel like that company is definitely going to play a huge part. If that is Lysandra Labs, or Lysandra's company, maybe it's Diantha's. It could. If I think it would be more interesting if it's Lysandra though, because you could have that play into the fact that or whoever it is that Lysandra is now descendant, or not. I guess what is it? Well, I don't know what the reverse word is. If you're a descendant, but if you're the future, I guess this future generation, his future lifeline or whatever, this is their company, and now that plays into the fact of what this is, what the motive of building the city is or redeveloping the city is. Also another thing, so for the title, see if they actually did say what it is now. They have not yet. But so I'm seeing some people say, because I'm on my actual Twitter account, I'm seeing some people say that it is Pokemon AZ, which is interesting. But it seems like it would be ZA. It is Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, we have a tweet of it now from Nintendo announcing. So this is Pokemon ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA coming out 2025. Let's see. Give us anything. There's any probably no footage or anything. That's gonna be it. And then yeah, show up. So ZA, which when you use that, now we do think about the character of AZ from the original X and Y games. And if you're going to use that as a title, that means that the war or his story in some part should be playing a factor into what Pokemon Legend ZA's story is about. So that would be of course, for the absolute best. Okay. Just run through it real quick for what Pokemon are in the trailer. So Pikachu, that's the star. I wonder if they'll add back Pikachu's voice, because that's when they added the anime voice for the announcement of Pokemon X and Y. That's when they actually started including it in the game. So we have Pyroar and Litleo's female Pyroar right there. And Reflect, and just behind it, we have Floette, Klefki, and then Furfrou. And Dratini. Oh my bad, Dragonair, Gyarados. Oh wait, hold on, what was that? The thing behind it. Magikarp as well. I cannot tell what Pokemon, or if that's an item or if that's a Pokemon behind. It looks like it might be that. That's Hawlucha. Okay, that is Hawlucha. I can tell because of the head shape. We have Amalga. What's not Picky Peck. It's the X and Y bird whose name I can't remember at this moment. Can't tell what that grass Pokemon is. That looks like it's Dendene. Alright, next to the lamppost potentially. No, that was Pikachu running by, but that's Ekans though, I believe. If not Ekans, then Arbok. On the stairs, there's this green Pokemon. I can't tell what that is. That might be Go-Go. It seems like it may be Go-Go because of the antenna, but I also can tell the antenna to be vines. I'm gonna lean on those being the antenna. So we have Iggy / Sylveon here. I believe that is a different Furfrou in the background. Oh yeah, also have Crocodile to the right. Crocodile and Sandile to the right. To the left, that is a it's not a Sawsbuck. I genuinely can't tell. That one is kind of too far away for me to be able to distinctively tell. The color should be like indicator. I think that is another Furfrou. Yeah, Heracross, Pinsir, Onyx, Bellsprout. That's Eevee, Talonflame. That is Talonflame. That's not the right. That is a. Oh, that is way too. Okay. But yeah, at that point, that is just the trailer. No, not to my knowledge, no new Pokemon snuck in. No new Pokemon does not snuck in anywhere. And given that we're in even though we're in the future now, I think one thing that'll be interesting to consider is what the starters would be. Because although Hisui is the Sinnoh of old, we had different starter Pokemon then, which was Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott. Here, Kalos has already been established with having its own starters. Will we be going back to Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin? I'd assume yes, because I don't necessarily see a reason for them to have changed that if they're native to this area, and if we're just going further into the future, it would still be considered. They would still essentially be the native Pokemon, the native starters. If we were going in the past, then we would be learning, oh, these Pokemon are not that. If we were going in the past, I guess we'd be learning that for the sake of surveying, they're bringing Pokemon from different regions over, even though those Pokemon may have been, even though Piplup, Chimchar, and Turtwig were native to Hisui and Sinnoh, for the sake of surveying, we had different starters because Laventon, I believe it's to get that Laventon brought over Pokemon. Pokemon ZA. Very interesting logo as well. I think. So of course already when you have the green and also the hexagons, Zygarde immediately is the Pokemon that's going to be a focus. They're probably likely the main focus, the legendary of the title. The color choice of the Pokemon logo, I can't tell for sure if it's meant to mean anything. Using gray and like a pink, not completely sure what could be the intent behind it. And I guess to also coincide with the talk of the fact that another Switch 2, Switch sequel in some form is potentially coming out, either to be revealed this year but to come out next year. The intent could be to come out banging with the Switch with a new mainline Pokemon game, which is a very smart move to do. As for, and then we end off with Mega Evolutions, which so happy about. The Return of Mega Evolution is going to be great. So of the new Pokemon game, it was just I say just, but like this is also like really big. It was Pokemon Pocket, Pokemon TCG Pocket, and then the A. I don't see if they say whether it is mainline or not.
Have expanded to fit into so many facets of daily life, including walking and sleeping. We'll keep challenging ourselves to create new ways to enjoy Pokemon, and we hope you'll continue your adventures with us. Today, we will be bringing you all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya?
Okay, these titles. Then he says, I think he just says, watch the
We'd
video.
like to end today's presentation with one final video for you all.
Yeah. I did just get an email from Pokemon, so I'm going to read this. Quick. So there is not a actually. Oh, let me check this. The Pokemon press one. We're gonna end off with this. So, Pokemon Legends ZA video game and Pokemon trading card game Pocket app revealed on Pokemon Day. So just focusing. Pokemon Legends ZA, an ambitious new entry to the Pokemon video game studio, to be released simultaneously worldwide on Nintendo Switch in 2025. An exciting new adventure awaits players within Lumia City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. Now, interesting thing as well, in that email, as they specifically say, return to Lumia City as well. So just to signify, I think we absolutely are in the future. Because if it was in the past, I think that they probably would want to highlight that, oh, this is what Lumia City was before, it became Lumia City in X and Y. Where now that we're in the future and it's called a redevelopment plan, yeah, it's just I think that's just full on with that this is the future. Please. Probably just gonna be the trailer. Oh, the website. No other information other. It's so interesting. It's crazy to me to see this logo because this feels like something that a fan would make, and I don't mean that with any sort of disrespect, but there are logos that use a similar style of having putting it to the side, putting the Pokemon font, Pokemon logo to the side, and then new thing on the right, which is essentially the logo is on the right, which is essentially like Pokemon Sun and Moon kind of have that logo style, but this is part of the title. ZA is a title. Legends and Legends is the series. Also, yeah, as well, Pokemon Legends is when Pokemon Legends Arceus got announced, I made an article stating, this is a new lineup of titles. It's a mainline title, but it is going to be it's a series going forward, and of course, everybody kind of had that same idea of we want another Legends title, but this just further confirms that yes, Pokemon Legends is kind of its own series while also being a new entry to the Pokemon video game series. So it's like it's a mainline title while also being its own series. Well, yeah, that's that was it was pretty streamlined. That's probably the best part about that presentation. It was very much streamlined. They kind of didn't not cut corners of the door, but they didn't like hold back. They just kind of like, okay, here you go, one thing after the other, and that was it. And that was probably the best presentation that we've had so far, to like just being quick to the point and with the news. There's some Pokemon Directs that we have had that were also pretty quick with the Pokken and the Pokken Tournament DX and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon presentation. But in terms of newest Pokemon Presents, this is it was pretty good. It was very good, and the excitement as well leaves me very interested. And I'm just very curious as to how things will go, because now that we know it's 2025, we're not gonna get news for it probably until maybe even far past summer, because usually they would ramp up press coverage on it in June. If the game's not coming until 2025, they can either wait until later this year, so maybe like September they start showcasing footage of it, or they can still do June if they have so much that they feel like they need to show for Legends, that they want to really push people to purchase it and see and further increase of sales from where Legends was, because if I remember correctly, Legends was 13. What will Nintendo's holiday release be at this point? Our Red Blue Yellow. I'm not sure what is their goal with NSO. Because the fact that they released the 64 games NSO, I was like, okay, that's cool. The thing that everybody would want, that would also be for the best, is to have these old RPGs that are kind of no way to be played now, unless you have that hardware already, to be played. So I think they should give that. I feel like the reason that they won't do it though is because they would want people to bring those Pokemon that they catch in any of those games forward. I'm not smart enough to know, I'm not educated enough to say whether they can or can't do that through NSO. And if they can't do that, that might be the reason why. As for Nintendo's holiday lineup, yeah, I was expecting Pokemon to be the lead for their holiday lineup, that it would be there. And now that it's not there, I'm not sure what to expect. Because there aren't too many titles from right now announced from because of their own, either their own studios or what they own. So very interesting to see how the rest of this year lines up. But that's where I will end the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly enjoyed reacting to this Pokemon Presents with you guys. And if you liked what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, like the video if you liked it. You can check out some of our other videos, our other streams that we've done. If you ever just want to see the Source Gaming team just shoot it back conversation with one another. Check out our Patreon. It'll be in the description, where you can support us and get access to content that we're working on. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this presentation and watching these announcements with me.